How do you handle exceptions in Spring Boot? In Spring Boot, you can handle exceptions using several approaches, depending on your specific needs. Here are some of the most common approaches. Using @exception handler. You can use the @exception handler annotation to handle exceptions for a specific controller or globally across the application. By annotating a method with @exception handler, you can specify which exceptions the method should handle. Using @controllerAdvice, you can use the @controllerAdvice annotation to define a class that handles exceptions for all controllers in the application. This class can have methods annotated with @exception handler to handle specific exceptions. Using Response Entity Exception Handler, Spring Boot provides a base class called Response Entity Exception Handler, which you can extend to handle exceptions globally across the application. This class provides methods for handling common exceptions, such as null pointer exception and illegal argument exception. Using @response_status, you can use the @response_status annotation to define a specific HTTP status code to return when an exception occurs. By annotating an exception class with @response_status, you can specify the HTTP status code to return when that exception is thrown. In addition to these approaches, you can also use AOP to handle exceptions. This approach involves defining an aspect that intercepts method calls and handles exceptions that are thrown. Overall, Spring Boot provides several approaches to handle exceptions, depending on your specific needs. By using these approaches, you can provide a better user experience and make your application more resilient to errors.